Do you know somebody who hates writing? Welcome to September. I'm so excited to show you some of my new journals and notebooks in the journal and notebook shop. So as I've been talking to people about journaling and writing and list making and writing things down, some people, you might know some of them, you might be one of them, do tell me that they don't like writing. I don't think I've ever had anyone tell me that they hate writing, but maybe that they don't like journaling, they've tried it and hasn't worked, or it's not interesting to them. So now I have specifically a journal for people who hate writing. And you don't have to hate writing to use this, but maybe you really don't identify yourself as someone who journals or writes. So I've got you covered. This book, it is a blank book. There's a lot of blank space in here for writing, but there are plenty of prompts. There's also plenty of blank space with doodling ideas. So even if you don't want to write, maybe you want to draw or sketch or doodle. So every time that there's a set of blank pages for doodling, it gives you something that you might want to draw. And if you don't want to use the prompt, you can just draw whatever you want. But for example, this one says, use these 2 pages to doodle about the next place I'll go. So that kind of gets your imagination wandering. Maybe you're planning. Also, this book has some mind maps. And again, the mind maps are prompted. So this mind map asks you to think about my past. So then you could follow the prompts and the little shapes to jot down just single words or phrases about the topic, which that one was about the past. Here's another one about the future. So you get the idea. There's ways to do open journaling. There's ways to do prompted journaling. There's ways to make lists. So for example, on this page, you could make a list of 10 ways that you like to celebrate. So here is just a fun and diverse and variety-filled way for you or someone who you know to journal, even if you're not a journaler or if you're not a writer. The next journal that I want to show you is just for fun. It's blank and it says, "Hey, beautiful, you are a magical unicorn." So this would make a great gift for someone if you want to give someone a gift, but you don't want to get too personal. It's not specifically a journal. In fact, it just says notebook right on the cover. So this would be perfect for school or work or household. It's sparkly, it's glossy, it's got lined pages in it. So this one is a really fun thing for you as a gift. The next journal is actually one that I am using today, right now in my life, and it is a daily, weekly eating log. So the reason for this journal came out of necessity, that I was noticing that I wasn't being super intentional or paying super close attention to what I was eating and what I wanted to eat. And I remembered back when I was doing weight loss coaching, and one of the tools that we used and we had so much success was doing an eating log or an eating journal. So now we have one in paper. It's very simple and it actually works. So as I flip through, you actually might see some of my real entries, but I'll just show you some blank pages so you can get an idea. So it starts out, each new week starts out with space for you to give your intention for the week. And it asks you some questions, it has some prompts, and then you have 7 individual pages for each day of the week. In the first column, that's where you write down what you intend to eat, what time, how much. You can get as specific or as generic as you want. And then it has a little check mark, so you can check it if that's what you ended up doing, or if you didn't end up doing that, if you ended up doing something else, you can list what you did and maybe if you want to include why. Now, this is actually a pretty long list for my own eating habits. So I found myself using the bottom section to just jot down anything that I noticed, any reasons that I veered off from my intention. So far, this has been a great personal accountability tool. And the thing that I love about it, it's kind of got a retro feel with the Polaroid picture, the neon sign, and it's just kind of a fun, understated but super cool book. I really recommend a daily, weekly eating plan if you want to just give it a try and see what you notice about your eating. The next thing that I want to share with you is a 5-star review. Thank you, that I got on Amazon for one of the books that I don't even have to show you, but it's a bright yellow book called Feel Your Feels. And it is a prompted journal that causes you to think about your emotions, think about the feelings that you're feeling and why you are feeling that way. That's a tool that I use in my coaching with my clients, and it's a tool that you can just use, especially if you don't think of yourself as a journaler. This is more maybe for episodic journaling than ritualized or routine journaling if you didn't think of yourself as someone who journals every day. So this 5-star review from Sandra. Thank you so much, Sandra. She said, I have heard people say that they don't know what to write in a journal, and this book will give the prompts to help bridge the gap. And that is so true. That's the whole purpose for the journal. So thank you, Sandra, for trying out this journal, for getting it, and then for leaving a 5-star review, which I so appreciate. And I know it will help other people who are maybe thinking the same thing. I know it will help them find that journal as well. So in appreciation, Sandra, I would love to offer you a journal of your choice. I'm still waiting to hear you. Let me know which one you want. I've got some choices if you want. One is another blank journal, and it's just fun. It says, go get it, wild child. It's got some glam on it. It's got pink, it's got coffee, it's got a little bit of animal print, and it's blank pages inside. So again, this is just like the unicorn one that I mentioned. You could use this for anything. It could be a journal. It can be a notebook. It can be for all your wild ideas. It can be for something that you want to manifest or to motivate you. And it makes a great gift for that fun lady in your life or that chic person. It can be for anyone who would love this kind of style or decor. I just mentioned manifesting a little bit if you wanted to use this to write down what you want to manifest, but if you want a little bit more guided manifestation, I do have a book called I Am Magnetic, and it's a manifesting what you want notebook. So if you are purposefully and intentionally working on strengthening your ability to manifest, this will be the perfect book for you. So each set of pages lets you describe what you are manifesting. It lets you put the date so that you can kind of notice when things are coming through for you. And then it asks you to make a note of the winks or nudges that remind you that you are getting what you want, you are getting what you intend. And then of course it has plenty of space for you just to reflect, to notice. It actually asks you what example and evidence of realization of this manifestation can you already see? So you're already putting yourself in that mindset, in the belief that you are manifesting what you want. So this book is a tool to help you notice and become more magnetic. And I think you're really going to love it. So let me know what you think when you got it. That is what I wanted to share with you for September. I hope I shared with you one or more of a journal that you think will be perfect for yourself or someone else. And I will talk with you next month. Bye-bye.